Hello, my name is Matt, and I have not published a video in a few weeks because if you must know, I was in the middle of moving. But now that's all done and over with, and I can get back to it. Some good news aside from that is that my new place gives me a larger space to record, so hopefully there won't be as much reverberation as before. That was a big problem, I am aware. Anyway, as always, if you are unfamiliar with what a stock speedrun is, you can check this video's description for an explanation and a disclaimer as to its content. Let's see what the stock gods have for us today. MacroGenics, very surprising it's not a company that I've heard of before considering the new selection mechanisms that the dashboard uses. However, what the hell is this layout? Did Yahoo Finance change their layout? This is new. Actually, this is it might take a little bit to get used to, but I actually kind of don't hate it. The information is a lot more compact than it was before. I don't have to scroll down nearly as far to see the description of the company. I assume that I can click here to get more news articles. It's still annoying that it doesn't give an actual date on these, but instead it gives how long ago it was. You would think they could have changed that, but no! Okay, whatever. Anyway, so let's use this fancy new outline to check out what this company actually does. Biopharmaceutical company develops, commercializes antibody-based therapeutics to treat cancer in the U.S. They do have an approved product, Margenza, and actually something that I'm noticing about this new format is that it does not have the earnings on the side like I would like it to. Where would I find that? By financials, maybe? I guess so. Here are the charts now. Okay, so they have a product, so I was hoping they wouldn't be like every other biopharmaceutical company, which can't seem to do anything but hemorrhage money. But unfortunately, they are still hemorrhaging money. However, it looks like they might have a slight turnaround if I look at the quarterly chart. Annual, not so sure about that. 2021 was not their brightest year. Let's see. So far, we're 3 quarters into 2022 for them. How are we on pace compared to 2021? I think we're doing better because look, they had 77.45 million in revenue. So far this year, they have had 11 plus 26 plus, let's say, 42, which I believe is already past, if not equals, 77. Let me just get out my calculator here real quick. I want to check this. Calculator. Stay on top, please. That'd be great. Thank you. So if I go to the quarterly chart, I can see 11.1 plus 26.01 plus 41.73, 78.84. So they already surpassed last year in revenue. Not quite the year prior. 2020 was a big year for them. I wonder if COVID had anything to do with that. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, if they keep this trend from quarter 1 to quarter 2 to quarter 3, they could easily surpass their earnings from the last 4 years. Or sorry, rather their revenue from the last 4 years. Earnings looks like it still will be negative. So 66.44 plus 41.3 plus 24.81, 24.81. I know, Jetty, yes. 132.55 for its earnings losses so far this year. So they've surpassed the best year here, 2020 so far in earnings losses. They have yet to get to the point of 2021, and I don't think they're going to. I think they're going to end up blowing out 2021, but maybe not be quite as good as 2022. Given the trends I'm seeing, it may end up being more in line with what 2019 and 2018 looked like here, which isn't necessarily bad. It would definitely prove that the 2020 into 2021 decline is not the start of a trend, which would be something nice to see. So let's see, we've seen that. What else can we check out here? Let's go, yeah, you know, let's go ahead and look back through those news articles that I saw here. Actually, no, let's see what I want to see first. This new format is dragging my attention into all kinds of ridiculous places. Oh, wait a minute, so I have the chart here. If I wanted to see earnings, I can do that. Oh, that's pretty cool. Not as super obvious, but I kind of like it. They have the recommendations as to who's telling you to buy and who's telling you to sell. Apparently, a lot of people want you to buy this. Investments. I don't know what this means. Shares held by who? I don't quite understand what this is supposed to be showing me. And technical events, I think I need Yahoo Plus for that, which I am not paying for. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, let's take a look at this chart. So, I want to know what happened on November 22nd to make it suddenly drop like that. That was, how long ago was that? That was about 18, 19 days ago? Probably this. Yeah, there we go. Why shares of MacroGenics were dropping today. I want to know that. Now I'm on 80%. Last week, company shares rose when it got worth a $60 million milestone payment. It did? Where do you see that? I don't see any kind of rise, or significant rise at least, in the previous week prior to that drop. You're talking about this? In that case, that wasn't last week. Hold on, I want some context for this article. So if I go back through these articles, rush the market on Monday, why popped again today, it's very possible they were talking about maybe 2 weeks prior as opposed to the week prior. Maybe they were using the term last week colloquially and did not actually mean last week, which has annoyed me for my entire life. But, you know, I'm not going to digress into that topic. Anyway, so, why did they drop? So we know why they rose. Why did they drop? Which actually wasn't that bad of a drop. It seemed to have recovered pretty well. Maybe it was reactionary, and I have a cat joining me on the on the table right now, so please ignore any meows you might hear. Okay, let's see. So that was the sudden rise. It was a slight drop, but not really anything significant. It has mostly leveled off since then to where it was pre-drop. So let's see. The $60 million milestone was coming its way up the Food and Drug approved. Delay the onset of type 1 diabetes, developed the drug, but it was purchased by Provention Bio in 2018. Got where the $60 million milestone payment was coming. Where does that come from? I want a more understanding of how that works. Cancer treatments. We got word $60 million milestone payment was coming its way for the Food and Drug approved to delay onset of type 1 diabetes. Developed the drug, but it was purchased. If it was purchased by Provention years ago, then why are they getting payments from the FDA for it? I don't know enough about the legal interactions with the FDA to understand this. Is on the hook for payments for certain milestones. On the hook to max, so they have $170 million in upcoming payments from Provention, including the $60 million for the drug's BLA approval. Now what? Doesn't have any marketed drugs of its own. Oh, really? That's not what it said, though. Approved product is Margenza. Or is that the one that they sold to the other company? Teplizumab. Where does it say teplizumab? I want to take that. Yeah, I want to take that. I want to look here. I want to find that. Pluzimab for the treatment of type 1 diabetes. It has other things here. Oh, you know what? The product is approved, but it's possible they're not doing manufacturing or marketing yet. That is possible. And they have other things in the pipeline. I think that's what's going on here. I think that makes sense. Company reached a deal with Gilead Sciences regarding a blood cancer drug, MGDO24. Take a look at where that is. Do I have anything I want to Google? Not quite yet. I can't think of anything right now. Here's an inflammatory agreement worth potentially as much as $1.7 billion in payments to MacroGenics. Oh my goodness! Gives Gilead the licensing rights along with the rights to 2 other biospecific programs unnamed in the release. So these guys are getting. It kind of sucks that they either don't have the capability or are generally reluctant to market things themselves, but they're still getting paid. They're still getting that cheddar from other companies that want access to the stuff they're developing. So that's actually very promising, I think. If only they can develop them. Let's see, how do I find that again? Yes. If only they can start developing them at lower cost and getting better deals, then maybe they can stop being in the red for once. That's the only thing that I'm worried about here, is can they get out of the red? I don't know. I want to look at conversations for the last thing that I can think of looking at here. I want to see what the Peanut Gallery has to say. Let's see. Mr. Richard, up 12% today without news. What else is new? Welcome to the modern day market. Another multi-million from biotech. Plenty of cash. The same multiple trials in the pipeline. Simply too cheap evaluation. Projected price at $10 early January. You think so? That's actually something... wait, where was it? Yes. Plenty of cash. That's actually a good point. Something I should look at is how much cash do they have? Yes, cash flow. Show me that. Negative cash flow. Okay, so not great. No, I need to... That's not right. Balance sheet. Will that show me it? Ordinary, blah, blah, blah. I guess working capital? I'm not too sure. I'm not used to looking at it like this. Usually it's formatted differently, and I know where things are, and I know how things are labeled. Income statement. Okay, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure. I apologize for that. Let's see. Down a bunch this morning. Upgraded market perform. Downgraded by analysts. So downgrade, upgrade, downgrade, blah, blah, blah. Loved it in the $2. When was it at $2? How long ago was that? No, I can... Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm still getting used to this new format. I did not expect this. Where was it at $2? $2... middle of last year, and it came back. Oh, dang, I clicked the chart. Didn't want to do that. Something that is concerning is that back in 2020, it was in the $20 range, and it has taken a significant drop since then, which is... worries me a little bit. That's going to be a tough call. Beast of small cap. I mean, it's definitely a lot more intriguing than other small caps that I've seen. But do I have enough confidence in it to go ahead and give it a buy? I am not entirely sure about that. Oh, boy. And I can't think of anything else to look at either. He's short-term bullish, mid-term bullish, long-term bullish. Oh, boy. Let's see if I can figure out why it has such a drop from grace from 2020. Let me take a look at the news. Let me keep going back and back and back. MacroGenics cash burn rate. Okay, let me see that one. Are upgrading their views. Shareholders are in the red if they invested a year ago. That's true, they are. His revenue estimates. Best. Ooh, I want to see these. They just newly invest. Okay, I want to look. Shit, I don't got time to read that. I want to take a look at this. What's the market? What's the symbol for this again? MG. Shit, I can't see it. MG something. MG something. Where's MG something? Huh, that's weird. It usually takes me directly to the dashboard when the timer ends. I don't know why it didn't do that. Did I break something? Did I break something in the code? I don't think I did. Anyway. Well, I don't think it's a sell. I want to elevate it a little bit more than just say it's a flat-out bad company, because it's not really. It seems to be that they're having a... It's not that they can't make money. They're having trouble balancing their income with their expenditures. I do like the turnaround they've had recently. The fall from grace prior to that worries me a little bit. I could have easily looked at this in 2020 and said, yeah, look at them, they're coming back, it can keep roaring, and I would have been completely entirely wrong. If I say that now, is it possible that I'm completely entirely wrong? Yes, somewhat to a lesser degree, considering the fact that it is, I think, considering the fact that it is $6 now, instead of the $20 or $20+ that it was back then. Could it fall from $6 back to that base of $2 or perhaps even lower? Yes, that is always possible. Do I think it's likely? Ever so slightly no, just based on what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lot of good news. I'm seeing a lot of good things. I do very much want to give them the benefit of the doubt and go ahead and hit this buy button. So you know what? I think that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. And it seems like the internet agrees with me in some respect, considering they gave this a score of, a sentiment score of 20. Which, again, scores go from minus 100 to positive 100. A positive number is good, negative number is bad. And this is at least 20% into the positive, so that's good. My call seems to be at least more or less in line with the internet sentiment. And I guess we'll have to see if both of us, both me and the interwebs in general, end up being wrong. Could you argue that I am part of the interwebs? Yes, but that's a philosophical conversation for another time and something I don't want to get into right now. So tell you what, I will see you in the next one.